Welcome back to another episode of Explorers of Darkness. Last time we got brutalized in Blizzard Island even, and now it's gonna be even worse probably as we go through Crevice Cave, and we get crevices opened in our skulls. Anyway, no, we gotta just believe and have confidence. I gave that power band to the wrong teammate, shit. Okay, good thing is we had 4 extra Reviver Seeds, of which I brought all of them, which hopefully we won't need any of them, but I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Well, Chico's close to another level, but Moth is not, which is a bit of a pain. I don't remember how long Crevice Cave is. I do know, though, that this song choice is weird, because this is a song for a dungeon that's actually quite a ways off and we haven't even seen yet. Jeez. Well, I learned the hard way last time that Vigoroth is very scary because of counter hit damage. As you can see, it's okay to hit into him with a counter move if it kills him, because we don't take any of that damage. Glaceon, huh? You know what, I gotta say, I don't get the love for Glaceon because I think it's an ugly piece of shit. Glaceon is my least favorite evolution, and it's because it has this weird thing where it, like, has, like, pseudo hair, except there's a gigantic bald spot in the back of its head, and it just looks completely stupid. That, and, it does this kind of thing that I don't like that a lot of modern Pokemon designs do. Well, I don't know how many modern Pokemon designs do it, but it's supposed to, like, its body is just, like, completely, like, smooth and, like, plastic looking as opposed to the other evolutions, like Vaporeon or Jolteon, which obviously have, like, way more texture going on, you know? Every evolution after Gen 1 kind of just does this shit where their body is just, like, a generic, like, featureless, textureless, like, blob that I'm not a fan of. There's several other, like, newer Gen Pokemon that do this. I think one of the worst offenders of this is probably Alolan Persian. It looks like absolute garbage. Hate that ugly piece of shit. I don't feel like complaining too much about Alola Persian, though. It's not exactly a Pokemon I think of very often, because who gives a shit about it, really. There's Zangoose. Please don't kill me. It's okay, the weather is cloudy. That means if he hits us, it won't do very much damage, right? Hopefully we don't end up having to find out. Who's following us? Mamoswine. Oh, okay. I guess one of the enemy Mamoswines found a roll call orb and used it, and just warped our friend here. Speaking of which, I just realized I forgot to actually bring any extra roll call orbs, so let's really hope we don't get warped or, like, disrupted in any way. That would be really bad. Hopefully that Jinx that just picked up a roll call orb isn't going to use it. And it used it. Okay, well, goddammit. We're probably not going to be able to get our hands on one. Ooh, and Polion. Gotta be careful because that thing has Aqua Jet, I believe. And, of course, it is a starter, which means it has Torrent, which means if it, you know, hits into us at low HP, it's going to murder us. Okay, let's try Mirror Moving here. Okay, well, it didn't really do much for us. Counter. Slacking is probably not going to be that big of a deal, because, of course, it has Truant, which means anytime it uses the move, it's just going to pause the next turn. So as long as we can just avoid getting hit by it, we will, you know, not have anything to worry about, hopefully. Hopefully Mirror Move will save us there. I'm walking very slowly through these hallways. I do not want to get jumped. Ugh, Weavile's going to be an annoyance in this dungeon as well, because pressure. Gonna... Oh my god. Fucking hell, that did so much damage. Get out of here. Earthquake is definitely scary, although I believe Magnitude also works like this, where it will actually damage, like, that Pokemon's allies as well. So if we get into a monster house or something uses Earthquake, it's probably going to hurt really goddamn bad, but at the same time, it could also take out a bunch of the other Pokemon in the monster house, which would deprive us of a lot of EXP, unfortunately, but would, like, you know, I can live with missing on some EXP if it means we get to live at all, you know? God, these Slackings are... The Slacking's not so bad. It's the other Pokemon in this dungeon that are just absolute goddamn menaces. Gotta chuck some rocks down the hall occasionally, just make sure we're not... You know, the rocks have very good range when you throw them, so it's not a bad idea to just chuck one down a long, dark hall like this to scout things out. Ugh, I don't like this tension. This is scary. Let's keep on moving. There's a mammoth swine. Hopefully just a single ember. Well, yeah, okay. Again, at least the scary enemies here are usually giving pretty good EXP as well. What the fuck is this floor, man? I don't like this. Okay, I'm just gonna run to the end here and hope I don't get... Okay, I got jumped. Kind of asking for that. Smoochum is not that big of a threat as an enemy, though. We can just kind of throw rocks at her until she dies, I think. I think the only thing we really have to worry about here is if it, like, licked us and paralyzed, which would only be bad if there were Pokemon, like, following behind her, which I don't think there are. Okay. Let's move on here. Wristband. It would be awesome if we can get ourselves one black gummy. You're so right. You're so fucking right, Grimo. No, let's move on. I'll keep the twist band, although we probably already have several, knowing how this game likes to give out items like that, like fucking candy. Another Smoochum. Oh shit. That Powder Snow really hurts, even coming from a weaker Pokemon like Smoochum. The nice thing about Powder Snow, at least, is that despite it being a room-wide attack, the enemy is programmed to only use it when they're adjacent to you, so we're not gonna have to deal with, like, getting sniped to death from the other end of the room by Powder Snows. It's moves like Earthquake and Earth Power that we're gonna get sniped to death by. And hopefully, we're not gonna have to put up with... Mamoswine doing that very often in this dungeon. A high Zerl. Unsurprisingly, I think it's very weak. That's not good. Okay, okay. I don't think double hit. It is a multi-hit, but I hope it's not going to be that big of a deal, considering it only hits twice. Go deal with that thing, Chico. I don't want to. Thank you. A new move for Grimo. Is it something good? Cocktail Splice. No, it is something absolutely useless. Great. Anyway, moving on from that. I'm gonna turn around, actually. Okay, nope, this is just one big hallway that leads back into this other room we were already in. And of course, the stairs were just right here. Nothing to complain about, though. Let's just move on. Now this is scary. Okay, wait, never mind. I forgot Mamoswine is a ground type and that Chico can just own it with a grass move. Mamoswine is only a threat if we actually let it attack. Because both of us can... Like, we both have ways to actually deal with it, which is good. Delibird is just always scary no matter what, especially since it seems the present just ignores Mirror Move. Which, you know, when a lot of the scarier moves, you know, Mirror Move just ignores them, it actually makes me value it a lot less. I'm probably just going to ditch it when we get Flamethrower. Hopefully soon here. Just chug this Max Elixir real quick. Let's get greedy. I've been getting a whole lot of rocks as well, which is really nice because we're chucking a whole lot of rocks. They're so invaluable, especially in a dungeon like this where you're on the back foot. Piplup. I would not mind getting a Piplup. He's, of course, my favorite starter. Oh, hey, look, there he is. Fuck. Couldn't stand being beaten by a fellow bird. Now, Piplup was like 10 times better of a bird than Torchic, I gotta say it. Sorry, Torchic enjoyers, but for me, it will always be Piplup. Oh shit, I don't want to put up with this. Because I put up my mirror move, and he doesn't use any actual moves to tag into it. Dick. Oh man, that really hurts, and we're flinching. Oh yeah, this thing's strong. Fortunately, it's a bit squishy. I'm pretty sure Swinub has room wides as well. We're not going to put up with that. Hey, look at that, though. We made it to a midpoint. I kind of forgot this dungeon even had a midpoint. Very merciful that it's as short as it is, though. Yeah, it's a scary dungeon with strong enemies. I am okay with not having to put up with them for very long. Alright, let's move on. Time for Lower Crevice Cave. Which is basically the exact same thing as the first half. There's, like, nothing, like, of note in the second half, from what I remember. I mean, the fact that I don't remember it at all kind of just tells you that there's probably nothing good here. Unless I'm a fucking idiot and I'm completely wrong, but let's hope that's not the case. Doomseed, I do not need any more Doomseed. Damn you, Remo, we do not need those. Okay, we might actually get a little bit of use out of this coming up pretty soon here. Although, I mean, Doomseeds are 100% an item for the enemy to throw at you to piss you off, not one for you to actually use yourself. Because lowering a single enemy's level, like, who cares? I really wish Mirror Move actually gave EXP when they, reflect their move and kill themselves off of it, but we're not that lucky, unfortunately. Although, again, I suppose I value getting to live over missing out on some EXP. Let's eat that. Again, we're gonna have to start gummy maxing Moth pretty hard. Oh, shit. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh, I really wish I had... shit like this makes me wish I had a Spurn Orb, but unfortunately we're not fucking playing Explorers of Time, so... Oh boy, I should have brought some Touter Orbs. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Bow Seal? Oh shit, I forgot that's gonna wear off eventually. That's not good. Alright, let's try to carve a path through everybody here. Okay. All hit is fucking useless. I believe all hit is just a focus energy effect to everybody, but it lasts for so little time that it doesn't matter. They're gonna start waking up really shortly here, so let's Mirror Move. Actually, what am I doing? I probably should have just... Oh my god, they have enough IQ to have a non-sleeper. I am so glad I did not use that Slumber Orb. Holy fuck. They're gonna start waking up really quick here. Yeah, we need to get rid of that Mamoswine on the stairs right now. And hope that another Pokemon doesn't just walk up and occupy that tile. Please not Smooch them. Please don't walk on there, Smooch them, you dickhead. Okay, what other items do I got? Those Mamoswines are gonna start quaking really soon here. Leave another... Oh no, we'll pull here. We'll pull here. Dreamo is extremely near death as well. That's scary. Get this fucker off the stairs right now. You need to move. Please get off the stairs. Please stay afraid. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Got some nice EXP out of that as well, which is pretty sick. Yeah, no. Fuck, no. That was so scary. Jesus. Hey, look, it's Scizor. It's been chilled. Yeah, remember earlier when I mentioned I was surprised Frostlass was already spawning in Crystal Crossing? This is why. I thought you actually had to clear this boss fight here for Frostlass to begin spawning in Crystal Crossing, but no. I guess it's just as soon as you enter the post-game, Frostlass will start spawning. Alright, this boss fight is... I don't remember how bad this fight is. I don't remember what moves Frostlass has, but... You know the drill with these fights, just chuck an X-Eye Seed. Close in on her. And just start murdering her, pretty much. She has a lot of health, though. My god, why are you still alive after taking several hits like that? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that fight was not very difficult, thankfully. Nice way to cool down, no pun intended, after that. Like, 2 or 3 very scary dungeons in a row. He's been freed. Holy shit. I forgot how cool that Scizor portrait looked. It's like the only time you ever, you ever get to see it, unless you use a Scizor yourself. Not sure why you would do that. I feel like they should have done a little more with this character as well, by the way. This guy's really amusing. And I feel like he's... If you think about him, even just a little bit, I feel like it's very horrifying what happens to him. This fucker's been frozen in a block of ice Captain America style for, like, literal decades. You'd think he would be completely, like, mind-broken now that he essentially time-traveled and just lost, like, literal decades of his life just being in stasis, but... yeah, whatever. Yup. He's a fucking fed. We're putting him straight back in the ice block for that. More than exemplary? Holy shit. I can't get over that Chico portrait, by the way. That mouth of hers is so strange looking. I have no idea what the hell this expression is even meant to convey. Anyway. Special job sent by special me as well. This fucking shit is so clowny, man. Oh, look at that. We have attained secret rank. I don't know what the hell he's gonna do with his life now that probably all of his friends and family are either extremely old or just dead at this point, so... it sucks to be him, but anyway, yeah, cool, we got secret rank. And that costume was extremely vague, but I'm pretty sure the only thing secret rank really does is it gives you access to the event missions, those being missions for the 7 Treasures dungeons. And I have not mentioned the 7 Treasures dungeons, not directly up to this point anyway. And what they were basically a series of 7 special dungeons that were soft event exclusive dungeons, if that makes sense. What I basically mean by that is that you, in Explorers of Time and Darkness, you can only access these dungeons through a Wonder Mail code. And I think they realized that that is very stupid in Explorers of Sky, because in those games, at some point in the post-game, once you get secret rank, you can just, like, get a special job offer to just go do those missions. But if you're like me playing Darkness, yep, you need to put in a Wonder Mail code for that. Fortunately, this event happened, of course, like nearly 20 years ago at this point, so it is completely trivial to just go online and quickly input those Wonder Mail codes and get access to those dungeons. And we will, of course, be doing that sooner or later. I don't think we're going to do it right now, though, because basically all of those dungeons, they're some of the most challenging dungeons in the game. They have some very good loot, and several of them are very long, and they also have extremely stupidly strong enemies. Like, we are just going to get completely destroyed if we try to go in there right now, so it's just not happening. But we will do it eventually. We'll definitely go through and clear all those dungeons eventually, just not right now, because, like I said, we would get fucking obliterated, and I don't feel like doing that. Anyway, do we got any good missions? Got several missions for Midnight Forest. I feel like this is gonna be a bad idea. No, let's... what do we got? This is gonna be a really, really fucking bad idea. Let's do it. 3 Midnight Forest dungeons. And a Mystifying Forest dungeon, I guess, sure. Just take another one of these, sure. I don't really care about the rewards at this point. We're just focusing on getting as many missions as we can to get as many points as we can. Anyway, though, that's what we're going to be doing next time, so I'll see you then.